So in this topic, we're going to look at Facebook organic. And like always, organic means the free part of the platform. So why is Facebook so important for marketers? The one basic reason why Facebook has caught on, has become a very thriving business, is now actually catching up on Google and Microsoft, etc., is that Facebook has become the default personal identity for everyone online in the world. So if you search for somebody and if you want to check them out as a person, Facebook is the place that we go to. So it is the identity of us personally. It has got 1.2 billion plus users globally. And the beautiful part about Facebook is more than 50% of its users are daily active, which means that almost half of Facebook registered user actually get onto Facebook and do something. And also the engagement levels. Engagement means commenting, liking, sharing is pretty high. And so you don't only have a dummy people, but there's a real people out there who are doing, connecting with their friends and family, etc. Now Facebook also has ads with very sharp targeting options. Something which is some of them may also be missing in a kind of a Google platform, and that's where Facebook has created its own small niche, and it's actually rapidly going ahead. And we are going to look at those targeting options when we go to the ads part of Facebook. And finally, we are slowly discovering that Facebook is becoming the search engine for some type of queries. So let's say that you want to buy a laptop. So rather than going and asking Google as to which laptop should I buy, you may actually go to Facebook and ask your friends and family as to which laptop do they recommend me to buy. And there I get influenced by the experiences of my friends and family. So social is becoming a small but very significant influencer of purchase activity on the web. And we are still to understand how much exactly of our purchase behavior is being impacted by social platform like Facebook, but we definitely know by our own experiences that it has got a decent part to play. Now, so now let's look at some of the Facebook organic parts of the platform. I'm sure all of us have spent good amount of time, so we are already familiar with Facebook. But the basic, so the place where you see your name written. So for example, this is my Facebook, and if I click on here, Amitav, now what you see here is something called timeline, and the timeline has your image, has this banner here, it has a little bit about yourself, etc., your post and everything. So this is called your timeline, and this is your entity, your timeline. And a timeline, behind a timeline is a real person. This is something that you have to remember. But let's say if you are a company, then you don't have a timeline, then you have a page, right? So a page, now the difference between page is that the page can be of a company, a celebrity, can also be a non-entity. The shop or the store next doors can have a page, while for a timeline it has to be a real person. Now it's only a real person who can create pages. So for behind every page there is a real person, right? So that's one thing to remember. Also, like you become friends of real persons, you become friends of timelines while you like a page. So again, a little difference, you friend versus liking, and you always like a page. The way to build community on your page is by getting lots and lots of people to like your page. While to build your own community, your personal community, you need to expand your friend circle. You need to have a lot more friends. So those are a couple of other things which are there. Now I'll also tell you a few things like groups. Now other ways in which you can actually create or engage with people is by creating groups. And there are lots and lots of groups, and you can see that on the left hand side you can see all the groups that you are a part of, and you can actually create a group or sign up for a group. There are essentially 3 types of groups that you can have. One is a public group, wherein a public group is kind of a group. So let me just click on this. So by clicking on this icon, I can create a group. Creating group is very simple. You have to give it a name. You may actually invite people to become a part of this group. Now there are three privacy norms that you need to be aware of. One is the most open one, which is public, wherein anyone can find the group and its members and their post. Anyone can become see that. Second is a closed group, wherein anyone can find the group and see the members, who are the members, but they cannot see the post. Only the members can see what is inside the group, or what are the pictures that has been shared, what are the updates that has been written. And finally, secret, which means that only members can find the group and see the post. You will not even know that a secret group exists. So this is what you have to actually figure out, what kind of privacy norms you need to have. Otherwise, it's just to give it a name, invite initial members, and then create. So that's a group. The beautiful thing about group is that anyone can become a part of a group, and anyone can post in a group. So it's while there are admins who actually figure out who can get into, who approve the request of people to join the group, anyone can post the group, etc. Unlike that in a page, and I'm going to show you a page. So from the left hand side, I can actually pick up all the pages that I am part of. So let's say that this is my company page. Now typically in a company page, it's the people who own the page. They are the people who actually post, while the other people, the community members, actually comment on the post. They actually write the post, etc. While the writing is actually done by the owners of the page. So these are a few small differences that you can have in a page versus a timeline or a group. Now, targeting options. So other thing that I want to show you is that, let's say that I go to my page and I want to, or this is my timeline, and I want to make a report, or I want to put a status that what's on your mind. So this session is on my mind. And let's say that I can say recording a session. And here, one thing that I can do, and I'm not sure if all of us are aware, is that I can control who sees this post. So one is I can make it public. So anyone or on or off Facebook can look at my post, even if they are not my friends. The other way to restrict the exposure of my post is by making it available only to my friends. I can only have people who are my friends. I've got 1382 friends. Only they can actually see my post. Or I may just create something for myself, and I can make it only for me. So these are some of the ways in which you can actually decide who sees your post, but this is not the only options. There are more options. And see, then there are these lists that you can actually create. So you can create a list, and you can actually make your post available to only list of people. So for example, I have a list of people who are my colleagues when I was working for ICICI Bank or for Google, and I can make my post available to only those people. So you can actually create or add people to those lists, and later on share your updates only to a certain list of people. Or I can only share my update to my family, a list called family, or a list called cousins, or a list called close friends. So when you are actually building and making friends, you have to make sure that you put those people into the right bucket, right list, and so that you can actually share your updates only to those such people. So for example, here are all my friends, some of them are my family. And I can actually, by clicking on this friends here, I can actually put them as a part of my list. If it already exists, if it doesn't exist, I can create another list and put Saurav as a part of that list. And later on, when I am posting it, I can only post to different lists. So invest some time and put your friends into different lists, because that helps you control who sees your post. So that's the other thing that I wanted to show you. Targeting options. There are small couple of other things, like for example, especially for page. So when you have a page, so for example, I have my page. Now, one page is like a company page, can be used by multiple people. And to actually give the rights to people, you have to go to settings here on the right hand side. And setting, there is this on the left hand side, there's this called page roles. So you click on page roles, and from here you can actually decide who is able to work on that particular page. And so you can see that, so to actually invite somebody, you can specify an email address, and then you can give them a role. Now there are these 5 roles that Facebook has decided, and you can actually make people, that person, either an admin. The admin can do everything that you can do, plus they can add more people and delete somebody's access. That's what admin can do. An editor is like an admin, except the fact that he cannot add somebody or delete somebody's access. Apart from that, he can create a post, create an ad, do everything. Moderator is somebody who cannot create a post, but after that he can do everything, like he can actually clean out a post, etc. An advertiser is somebody who can create ads, monitor ads, etc. An analyst is somebody who only has a read-only access. They can create reports, but they cannot make any changes onto your Facebook profiles or cannot make posts, etc. So you have to be clear about who do you want to collaborate with when you're creating a Facebook page for your company, for your school, for your college, whatever. Apart from that, and this is something that you need to know. Apart from that, there are other things which is on the left hand side. Okay, these are all settings, and you should actually go through the settings. Some of the settings may impact you. So so things like visitor post. Do you want visitors to post on your page or not, can be decided by you. And and for all you can actually ban visitors from posting on your page, so that only you can actually post on your page. So you have total absolute control. But if you are fine by anyone coming and posting, you can actually do like the way I have done, allowed visitors to publish post, right? If you don't want it, then disable post by other people on the page. So this is something. So if you are a big brand, like if you're say Starbucks, you may not want anyone to come and post, because you're very sensitive about what's going on your page, because the page is your property. While other people can like, share, comment on it, you don't want them to create a post. This is how it is for majority of the large brands. They don't allow anyone to come and post on your page. So let me do that also for my page, so that I have complete control over my Facebook page for my company. There are a few other things, and I'm sure you can actually spend some time and go through it. Now, as far as page is concerned, you should also get into insights. What is insight? Insights actually show you the data about what's happening on your page. So you can see the post. So whenever you make a post, for example, I made these posts, I can see how many people were reached. Reach is how many people saw my post. Okay, what is the engagement level which is happening, etc. So I can see actually post by post what is the activity which is going on. I can also see if there is a link, how many people are clicking on the link, etc. So I can get all these details. There are a few other metrics that you can also see. You can see how the likes have grown on my page. Like I was telling you, that the number of likes is a way to build community. And there, if I liked, or if anyone, so for example, 367 people have liked my page. So potentially, whenever I post, this 367 people can get to see my post on their timeline. Okay, can get, not everyone gets it, but they can potentially, theoretically, get the post that I make. So you can see how my likes have been growing. Okay, and people can also unlike, which like exit. You can also see if there are any people who are unliking and what is the pace by which is being growing. Then this is the next one is reach. You can see post reach. So whenever I am posting, you can see how many people are seeing it. You can see the paid one, wherein I paid a money, created an ad. versus organic, like all these things come in here. Reach is number of people who have been reached, you know, so all these things you can go to see. Then there are the actions on the page as to what is the action that people are taking on the page, so you can actually go and see, etc. So this is what is Insight, and it's a very important part of managing a page. Right. So now let's look at, so like for example, initially I showed you how I create my page, how I create an update on my timeline, which is my personal thing. Now I can also create an update for my page. Now there is a little bit of a difference in creating and targeting an update on my page versus on my timeline. One new feature, or one good feature about creating a post on my page is that I can schedule it. So let's say that I can write a post, you know, like I can say, oh, sessions are over now, holiday time. Okay. And I know that the sessions are going to get over maybe by tonight. So I can schedule my page, right? I can actually schedule my page to be seen, okay, at a certain time. Sorry, schedule is here under publish. So I can actually put in the date, you know, and put in the time when I want my post to be sent out. So first good feature is that I can schedule a post. So that, or other utility here is that I can also write 10 posts at the same time, but have it being published at every 2-hour interval. So that is one. Now second thing is that like the targeting option for my timeline, also here targeting, I can also do a lot better targeting here. So I can actually select my audience, you know, who are going to see my post, and actually, you know, segment them. So I can create a post and show it only for women. Maybe yesterday was Women's Day. So I can create a post saying, oh, happy Women's Day, and show it to all the women. Okay, so I can do that. Or I can create a post for a specific location. I'll say, okay, now this is only for people who are living in Gurgaon. You know, here's a post, here's an offer for you. I have a store. Why don't you come down and check me out on this store? Here is a gift coupon for you. So there may be people from all over the world who may like my page, but here is a discount coupon only for Gurgaon people. So I can actually target my post very nicely so that only people living in that area are able to see my post. So these are two beautiful features that Facebook has that you must use. The other ways to use, to make the best use of this is by, you know, adding pictures, you know, adding your emotions, adding your location, and adding the date and time of this post that you are doing. Now, apart from that, you can also create an offer. So for example, you have got 1,000 people or 100,000 people who like this page, and you want to give out an offer on Women's Day. So rather than just putting in words like, oh, here's 10% discount, Facebook has a nice way to create and show your offers. And I'm going to show this offer template to you. It's very simple. So here is this offer template. You can create your offer here. So you can say, write the title, say whatever, 20% off on our program. And I have to describe, this is on Women's Day, right? And I can pick a picture, I can pick expiry date, I can put a limit, I can say, okay, this 20% is up till this amount, etc. And finally, when it's created, it's going to look like this. Beautiful. And when people click on this get offer, they will be able to get the offer, and then they can actually claim it by visiting my website, using the coupon code and signing up on my website. So this is how I can create an offer. Other thing that I can do is create an event. So you may have a seminar going on, a birthday party going on, or any other thing going on, you know, and you can create an image. You have to create an event. So you put in your image first, event name, location, where this is happening, date and time, etc. And then you can publish it. So very simple way to create, and these look very nice, and then people can sign up for this event, and we'll learn later you can also promote these and have it this to be seen by people who are not liking your page or who haven't liked your page. Promote these and have it this to be seen by people who are not liking your page or who haven't liked your page till now. Yes. Now the other thing that I wanted to tell you is that typically, when let's say that I have 365 people who have liked my page, whenever I make a post, ideally everyone should get it onto their timeline and everyone should be able to see it. But that doesn't happen. One of the reasons is that typically everyone has got hundreds and thousands of friends. The next thing we are going to learn about is explore this concept of EdgeRank. So typically what happens is that let's say that my page has 365 likes or 365 people who like my page. Ideally, whatever I post onto my page, it should be seen by all 365 people. But that generally doesn't happen. The reason is that Facebook actually throttles the way the posts are released to all the people who like the page. So which means is that when I write a post, maybe only 1% or 5% of all my people who like will be seeing it. So 10% is 36, 5% is say 18. So only 18 people will get to see it. Then Facebook monitors what is the action which is happening on that post. And if Facebook finds that a lot of people are actually engaging with the post, then they will show the post to the next 18 people who are actually liking, or maybe next 10% and then next 10%. And that's how actually Facebook makes sure that only good posts are seen by a lot of people, so that people are not bored by seeing all kinds of posts and their timelines are not filled with junk. Okay, so that's a good way for Facebook to filter out good posts from a not so good post. And this whole algorithm that Facebook has is called EdgeRank. And by edge, you mean what is that edge? Generally we talk about the edge that particular thing has. It is that edge. The more edge you have, the more exciting post you create, the more people it's going to reach. So that's what this EdgeRank is all about. Typically, for a page, for a company, the average number of people who have liked, who see your post, is between 5%. So only 5% on an average see. If you are a person, and you have a timeline, typically your post may be seen by 10 to 20%. Unless and until there is something really exciting, something really big, you will see that the engagement on your post is very low. And the reason is that the EdgeRank is actually throttling and making sure that only right number of people are seeing your post. So that's a little bit about the EdgeRank.